I'm doing something social, and I'm very proud of it.
Moises Jimenez Ruiz is from Mexico, which is poor. Now he's living in Germany, which is rich. He's volunteering at an addiction treatment center in Bielefeld. Weltwärts, the German government's volunteer exchange program, made it possible.
El rojo. Ja. Guten Morgen. Okay.
Schürze?
Ja.
Schürze, which means apron, is one of the first German words that Moises learns. He'll be spending the next 18 months working in this kitchen at this addiction treatment center in Bielefeld.
I'm sure I'm super sexy.
It's his first day, and the first customers are about to arrive. Locals with drug problems can come here for a cheap breakfast. Moises works with children back in Mexico. He chose this job deliberately because he wants to know how to help addicts.
I had an uncle with alcohol problems. He lived a kind of vagabond life, and one day he was found dead in a ditch. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he was run over by a car.
Take a plate. Then you have to ask them if they want plain rolls or whole grain ones. We'll take a plain one.
Yeah. Morgen.
The first customer.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Artur wants some breakfast? One breakfast, please, Moises.
Yeah. Okay.
Nobody here is judged for taking drugs. The idea is that addicts should be helped with no strings attached. Often in Germany, like in Mexico, people with drug problems are frequently ostracized by society.
You're welcome. You speak Spanish?
Spanish? No, the Spanish is good.
Buen tiempo.
Ah, gracias.
De nada.
Igualmente.
It's time to prepare lunch now. Everything is new for Moises. The 24-year-old is from the indigenous Maya community in the Mexican state of Chiapas. Few people there can afford further education. Moises' family saved up so that he could study social work.
It was a bit complicated, but I had the biggest motivation in the world. I wanted to study and conquer the world.
The cafe is only one part of the center. Luisa Lessman is the center's manager.
There's also a room here where people can talk about their social or legal problems. Here are two of our colleagues.
Hello.
Those who come here can also take a shower and wash their clothes. And they can even take drugs in a safe and clean environment under supervision.
People can exchange needles here, and many of them get substitute medication. About 100 people a day come here.
100 people per day?
3 weeks later.
The key. Yes, thank you. You're welcome.
Food. We want to eat.
Food? 5 minutes.
Yeah?
I get on really well with most of them. They know that I don't speak good German, so they just use different words to describe what they want, like a big coffee, until I understand.
Some 80 people come here for lunch every day.
Yeah?
Bread?
Broad?
Would you like bread?
Broad? Okay. 1, 2. Das ist gut? Nachtisch?
Dessert? Bread? No?
Nein.
Suddenly, Moises is all alone. What's going on?
I think they're fighting. That doesn't usually happen here. It's the first time I've seen it.
The scuffle soon calms down. There's security staff on site. Moises has to hurry off after lunch. He and other weltwärts volunteers take a daily German class in Bielefeld. The others are from Nicaragua, Zimbabwe, or South Africa, for example.
What do you wear at work?
I wear a gray pullover and blue gym shoe. Shoe.
Shoe?
Yes, shoe.
The weltwärts program was originally for young Germans who wanted to volunteer abroad. But since 2013, people from other countries have also been coming to Germany to carry out voluntary service. The idea is that they take the skills that they learn here back home.
It was a very good idea for me, being in a world that I've never been here. So everything is a culture. That's what's very impressive. It's different culture, different thing doings. It's not like do things back home. Yeah, so that's what I'm learning here.
Jonas told me it's raining.
Yes, it wasn't easy for me to get here.
Moises' relatives had to walk for an hour to talk to him. This is the first time they've spoken since Moises left Mexico. They speak in Tzotzil. Moises' parents don't speak Spanish, and he only learned it at school.
He says that he's very happy because it's what he's always dreamed of for me. He says that only a few people would make it this far, only those who are intelligent. He says I'm intelligent.
Moises brought some photos with him from home. One of them is of him as a little boy, in the middle. And this is his father cooking at home. The Tzotzil community is very deprived. There's a lot of poverty and hardly any work. Young people try to leave if they can. Many want to go to the US. In Germany, Moises receives 400 euros for his food and accommodation every month. He sends some of that home to his family to support them.
Take care.
Of course.
I've got to go now.
Do you know what turmeric is?
Moises and Dennis share a flat. Dennis is a social worker who's been to Mexico before and knows the country well. While they cook together, Moises can improve his German and Dennis can brush up on his Spanish. The weltwärts program has its critics. Some think that the volunteers come because they want to stay in Germany after their stint. But this is certainly not the case for Moises.
I would never exchange my Mayan roots, not for anything. I'm very proud of them, of being part of an indigenous community. I know what it means to not have much, to know how difficult life is. I feel a big responsibility to return to my people and help them.
Guten Appetit. Buen appetito. Buen provecho en México.
My brother's name in Mexico is Jonas. Jonas.
It rhymes.
Was?
No, it's just Jonas, right?
Yeah,
Yes, Jonas in Spanish is Jonas.
Florian? Florian.
It's the first time that Moises is supervising the centre's weekly forest project for children affected by alcoholism and addiction.
Who would like to show Moises the house?
Me!
In Mexico, Moises works at a kindergarten for indigenous children.
This is my first experience of working with children in a forest. It's fun.
Okay.
There are no toys here, and the children don't receive any instructions. Instead, they're encouraged to come into contact with their own creativity. This time in the forest gets them away from their difficult daily lives, at least once a week. Moises plans to put these nature-related educational concepts into practice back home. What else is he acquiring in Germany?
A lot of work and life experience that I can share in Mexico.
Moises' dream is to go back home after a year, well-equipped to improve the lives of his fellow Tzotzil Maya people.